Hola bafethu, hola bafethu, hola bafethu, hola bafethu. And welcome to Take Me Through Your Journey with the one and only MABOKOTHO bafethu. Autiaka simfethu, autiaka si Freedom Square, the dark man, yeah? Who's that Ntanga? Who's that?
Waithi.
Abachaya sana.
Safapa.
Unale batho ba chasitseng. Good question. Yeah, I answered it as honest as I can.
Hoi 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 hoi. We are back again with another banger episode of Take Me Through Your Journey with the one, the only MABOKOTHO, the guy from Freedom Square, the dark guy, but in Thandeka yellow bone every day. In Thandeka yellow bone, but I think Thandeka yellow bone because of my guest. Whenever I have a yellow bone guest, one lighter, so we become an Orlando Pirates thing. Yeah, what I must say. Anyway, without any waste of time, I'm not gonna introduce her. I'll just tell you guys her name, and she'll tell you who is she. She goes by the name of Thandeka. How are you, my dear?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
Are you good? Are you good? Are you good?
I'm good. I'm
always
good.
good.
Yes.
Always good. You want it? How are you gonna be invited on Friday on the podcast? You sent me a friend request.
I did.
What were you doing though?
I wanted to familiarize myself with the
Thought as
person that
much.
I'll be,
Thought as much. She wanted to see your is this guy the guy though? I don't know which part of it, but is this guy the guy? But okay, it's fine. You are a wife,
Yes, I am.
a mother,
Yes.
a sister. What are you not?
I'm everything. There's nothing that I'm not.
Oh, jeez. Holy Spirit, come down. Before being a mother, before being a sister, and before being a wife, you were a young woman.
Yes.
Tell us about that. How does it feel to be a young woman?
Well, like you've said, I'm Thandeka Sithathu. I was born and bred in KwaKwa.
Oh,
Tabani
you are the first
Mahlatsi,
person to be on the podcast.
I'm representing.
Yeah.
Re ke KwaKwa by day, Peters by night. So ba sebaka ba tla tseba.
Cool.
Yes, so I was born and bred in KwaKwa. I'm a daughter to my mom and dad. I'm their firstborn.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
and I have two siblings, Batlang Kamaraga.
Cool.
Yeah. So
And the reason I'm asking you this, I don't like introducing people because I might be lying. Can't you say so? Yeah, but the reason I'm asking you, that's because of your achievements so far. And when I let's get a sono scanner, and there's a young person who might be watching this episode few years to come, the generation that will come after us, and then my sister it means it is possible for me as well
exactly.
to go through what she went through, not the bad things though. So
Okay.
tell us, let's guy.
Ke goletse KwaKwa ko gae ne re dula Bothechaba at first.
Cool.
And then ne ke kena Letlotlo primary school.
The most famous school.
Obvious.
Yeah.
If nane ke kena teng, so
Yeah.
and because Ndatoka was always very particular about Dorisa dikolong ka.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
ne ke kena Letlotlo, and then after Letlotlo kaya Retifi for a short period, and then after Retifi kaya Vetusuk primary school. And then after my sessions go primary school, I went to the Beacon Secondary School.
Oh, yeah.
Family is known as the only school that counts.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So ke kene the Beacon Secondary School for entire high school years zaka.
Cool.
Yeah, and I was a top achiever there.
Wow.
From grade 8 ka ba ka tswa. I was the president even RCL at the time. So yeah.
So this discipline thing, does it come from your parents? How do you keep the discipline going as a young person?
Obviously I'd like to think everyone else foundation discipline starts from their parents.
Yeah.
And then from their parents it gets personal. iba ho motho. So my parents contributed a lot, yes, with the foundation they gave me in terms of discipline, but more than anything, they had always told me that whatever that we tell you at the end of the day, the final decision is yours.
Yeah. Well, I remember we once had this conversation with the guys about principles. So say, even if the ngwana a hotse ka di-principles tsa ka tlung, at the end of the day, the choice is yours.
The
to say,
choice is
I'm gonna
always
live
yours.
ka these principles tse ke di rutuweng ke my parents. Wa bona?
Exactly.
And for a woman from Kwakwa, when we take Bloemfontein, okay, let's say Bloemfontein alone, ki dipoleke tse e leng hore would say they are very fortunate, even though on the informal settlement and what. But these other towns, from Botshabelo to all towns, ki dipoleke tse regarduang by the society, dile poleke tse nyane. When you are from Bloem, you are the wabo, from the A game, and then when you are from other towns, we look at you, but we don't look at you. And then you end up go UOFs.
Yes.
How does that make you feel? What did you do go UOFs?
You know, my decision to come to Bloemfontein is actually quite, funny to me.
Cool.
Ne re qeta ho receive our matric results,
Yeah.
and I had applied to a lot of institutions.
Yeah.
So I prayed to God. I said, God, whichever institution responds first, that's where I'm going.
Cool.
So the University of the Free State was the first institution to respond.
Wow.
And I told my parents, yeah, no, we're going to Bloemfontein.
there.
And you know, parents, you must go to Vetse, best institution, whatever.
Yeah,
But I was like, I already talked with my God about this.
Cool.
That's how I landed in Bloemfontein. And funny enough, I had never thought, I think maybe get protection about what.
Yeah.
I knew Bloemfontein was a city, but I had never thought I'm going to a city, you know.
Cool.
So I got here and they left me alone, and I won't lie, the transition was quite difficult.
Cool.
The transition was quite difficult because here I am on my own for the first time in a new city,
Yeah.
no familiar faces, no friends. I was literally on my own.
Why are you not mentioning no boyfriend? WhatsApp. And I think by that time you were on Mixit, eh? But to go.
No, no boyfriend.
No boyfriend.
So I had breaking a matric, so no boyfriend. I was literally single.
But at the time was so breaking a visit.
Yes.
Get there. The heartbreak.
No.
But she money batla heta. So at 2 billion vision o hetile. And then one metric.
Unheard of. Oh, unheard of. Oh, unkile pelo a reka skero la ka bona ha le chopper. Let's say the chicken breast.
Yeah.
That's how we chopped my heart up.
And you know what I love about this? Especially when I talk to women, the society regards women as weak objects.
Yeah.
I don't know. Babo? And every time I speak to women or talk in conversation with women, whenever they share something not good with me, they laugh about it. And with us, men, Ronadi Giants, when I talk about my past, Essen Sharp, I get angry, I get pissed, and you guys laugh. What is it that we are missing?
I think it goes back to what you take from the experience. And you know, with us women, we like to talk a lot.
Yeah.
So, Utong heard that today, my friend tomorrow, I'm going to cry my eyeballs out, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm going to cry tomorrow, I'm going to cry next week, and the week after that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a systeming,
Cool.
and like you guys.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, it goes to what you take from the situation.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now I go back and look at my past relationships, and I'm like,
Girl. And now you're saying this. Your husband is standing there. How do you feel?
I feel very proud. I love this man very much. He
Yeah.
always supports me in everything that I do.
Wow.
Honestly, God couldn't have given me a better partner.
Dude, are you from Bloem? How come are you so supportive and you're from Bloem? Maplasinga Bloem. No, we respect you, Doc. We respect you for that. And what did you study? Go yours.
I started become accounting.
Why?
It was my father's dream.
Oh.
We were undecided, you know.
As a
At first,
family
during
or-
high school, they were very angry at me because kisanka design subjects.
Cool.
And I was like, nee man. Habontatwaka ki line ya matitjhere ba ngentseng di-science.
Yeah.
From my mother's side of the family is the same thing. And I was like, I'm turning this thing around.
Yeah.
We can't all be teachers and principals and, you know, because my mom is a teacher and my father was a principal.
Cool.
So, number one, kabang kwatetse ka kinkile di commerce.
Cool.
And then, bakokobela. And then after taking the commerce, my father would research the career and stuff like that because I wanted to do law.
Yeah.
And then, no, I'll become accounting. Now the opportunity was like, you know what? Let me give my parents what they want and then I will
least.
follow mine afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's how I got to become accounting.
Cool. But after completing your studies, go higher institution level, any challenges with what you've studied? Because we have a lot of people, even my friend there, that he's a cameraman, mama. He's a qualified teacher, qualified accountant, ne? Or auditor.
Oh, Jesus.
And do sorry, camera, should I name?
There's always challenges.
Yeah.
Number one, after completing the degree, there's always the challenge of furthering your studies.
Yeah.
And it will be the funding, the support, because parents obviously, after you're done studying,
Yeah.
they want you to go into the workplace.
Yeah. Cool, cool.
So that was the first challenge. And how, okay, let me go into the employment world, you're looking and things aren't going so well, you know. What they told me back in high school, no, it was a trap. It's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe back then, especially ko degree yaka, there was a high demand. But right now, it's not as easy to slide into the market. So challenge ko swallow up pride and say, if I can't get into what I studied, what else can I do?
Is it because there's too many people into different? The field is occupied.
The field is now occupied a lot. I won't lie. Hence, I'm saying, go high school, accounting. The opportunity di ngata.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
imagine if the opportunity na di le ngata kana go and hona le bo Thandeka ba bangata ba
Yeah,
nkileng
the opportunity,
stream seo.
yeah.
Obviously, market to kwale.
Cool.
So that's a great challenge.
But I just hope with our level of thinking as young black people, we will change a lot of things.
We should.
I don't know.
We should. We can't live the way our parents and their parents lived. No, you can't be sitting and crying and say, I have a degree, high sebeletse. No, go to push up.
You have what you have.
You have what
And
you have.
they always-
Make use of what you have. What you have, ke ntho tlamehileng o e sebedise hore yo sebeletse. O ile sekolong and then you acquired all the skills. Yes, you can't get into the profession, but use the skills that you learned.
Cool. I wanted to ask you something, but you already gave me an answer before, Gabe. So it's useless for me to ask it anyway. Let's go to, I don't know, should get to the interesting stuff. Bad news is always interesting stuff, right? Not yet. You are a God-fearing woman.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Igama lenkosi malibongwe.
You're still young. For me, you're still young.
I'm very young.
Yeah.
I'm
And
very
you are
young.
good.
A lot of people banjaja banshebile film, but I'm actually very young.
Cool. Tell us about that. How difficult? How are you treated? And because I've been following you for the past 2 days, and I've seen you. I don't know if it's friends or is it people who are looking up to you. When we said we're gonna be hosting you, people went crazy. I was like, okay, that's why for the first time we have an audience for this podcast. Yeah. Oh. Well, Bona,
Yeah.
how are you treated as a God-fearing woman?
Number one, it's not easy because how a God-fearing woman.
Let's start here. What is a God-fearing woman? Because we have our own different perspectives and explanations.
Well, how a God-fearing woman. Now I ka mokgo ke hodisitsweng.
Yeah.
Like hasn't ke kapileng moyeng.
Cool.
It's something that started ka
home,
tlung, you
yeah.
understand? And as I grew, I got to evolve and understand it ho ya ka nna. Wa bona? It's understanding who your maker is.
Yeah.
And that udula ale ka hodimo.
Yeah.
Ha ke re kena wesele ne.
Cool.
And there's this hymn that says uThixo akananqaleko akananqibeko ukho endaweni zonke ukho ngamaxesha onke. So for me, being a God-fearing woman means understanding that he has no beginning, he has no end. Ukho endaweni zonke ukho ngamaxesha onke. And I must always bow down and worship him.
That's your
Kubuhlungu,
explanation.
kumnandi, I must just always know he is there.
And then take me through that.
He will take me through that.
Cool.
Hona le pina nngwe so ntate thuso ga rana rata o iletsa. I forgot
Yeah.
the choir. He knows my name.
Yeah.
Every step that I take, every move that I make. He knows my name. When I'm overwhelmed by the pain and I can't see the light of day, I know I'll be just fine. Because he knows my name. So that's being a God-fearing woman. You know what? Whatever that may come,
Yeah.
he knows my name.
You know, out of everything you've just said, the code ya pina yo, word to word. I'm sitting here and I'm, wow. The only thing I utlwang is, he knows my name. He knows all the things that he knows my name.
knows my name.
And I'm like, wow, I just want, but I'm buying into this. But I love that and I respect that. And I think this is one of the reasons why we invited you here, to celebrate you, not what you do, but what you do is part of the journey.
Yes,
You are full-time employed.
I am.
How when do you become an employee? When do you become a mother? When do you become a wife? When do you become a sister, a friend, an inspiration to people? Tell me about that. How do you juggle between all of that?
Hey, it's not easy. Like the first question you asked, Tore, how do people treat me as a God-fearing woman? People expect you to be immune from vulnerability because ubeile modimo ka pele. So whatever that may happen, you mustn't be shaken.
Yeah.
Ha tlamela you affect mos o dula o rega, o dula o
This
bina,
modimo
so
of yours.
you are the girl, you
Yeah.
got this
Yeah.
modimo of yours,
Yeah.
you know. So it comes back to all these roles that you have to play. Unfortunately, how na time frame for
All of them.
It's all in one. I don't have right now I'm a wife, right now I'm a friend, right now I'm a sister, right now it's like I feel like one, you know.
You could be cuddling kakamoreng, and then you get a call from one of the sisters. I need your help.
Trust, it has happened. It has happened and it still does.
How is your husband responding to that?
Obviously, number one, the first sense of reaction,
Yeah.
you know. Mara, botho ba khutla, hence I'm saying God couldn't have picked a better partner for me. Botho ba khutla, ke mhlalosetsa, no baby, motho o re want to drink, yes khono mo tloela fela, you know. And then I pay hantle, wa bona.
And after the minute, you're helping me now. We're talking about sisters, because most of the time you're helping sisters.
Yes.
They help you, you help them. And then immediately after you have helped someone, and then they come back to you and say, girl, my things are okay because of your advice, any form of contribution towards the problem I had. How do you feel? What does that do to you?
Honestly, I'm grateful, but because okay, because I don't expect anything in return. When I help you, I don't even expect you to say thank you. Yes, it's common courtesy to say thank you. Mara, now from that moment, because I don't think it just happened spontaneously that you happened to think of my name.
Yeah.
No, I believe you were sent to God to come to me. This thing So that on its own, gratitude to but thankful already in that moment. So whether you come back to thank me or you don't, I'm happy.
On that note, I think and I believe, as a person, not as a man, not as a woman, but as a person, I believe we all have weaknesses. But we should always full-time focus on our strengths. Yeah. what is your weakness? Kore, that one thing that you say, hi, this can take me down. Kapa, this thing, I don't know how this takes me down. Kore yang kabata like full time.
I think Tshepang Lorata can tell you.
Oh, you know why?
My biggest weakness is always kore. Obona motho la ka nketsa hampe.
Yeah.
Ke dula ke mcoverela.
Jeez.
Ke dula ke mcoverela. No man. Okay, ke ipedi tentsa motho a nkentseng hampe. I'm always late to respond to people who hurt me. Kore my weakness ke lerato la ka for batho. You are born. So I just don't know how to put it into words. Mara ba dula ba ntjwetsa mehleng hore no wena ha o no kwata mara rona re tla go kwatela part. You know.
I think we are breaking. I can't drink water for the whole hour, dude. Ke kopa ntlisetse drink ke motswalla ka hle mo. Re khotlile go breaking. Yeah. Tell me about that. Now mfethu, I don't know you. I can say you. We've never met before. This is the first time we met.
Yeah.
And then we have not even got into the stuff that shakens up the society. The things that it's the basics of life.
Yeah.
Of your life, in fact. Yeah. And then about what we're gonna be talking about now. My question after this, what do you say about that? From you. We're gonna be talking about rape now.
Okay.
What do you say about that? You don't know me. Yeah. We're not friends, me and you. And then you said, I'm okay to talk with this guy about this thing. Or even from the first day when you heard, this is what we do, we wanna have you. What came into your mind? And when you thought of me, what came into your mind?
Well, it's not the first time I'm sharing my story out in the public.
Yeah.
Ne? And like
Which is why we invited you.
Yona.
Yeah. I've got the energy to
But you know the first thing that came to my mind, I was like, yes, here's another chance to save yet another soul.
Wow.
Because like
Wow.
you say, you have your people. Now I have access to your people.
Yeah.
So your people will be hearing my story.
Yeah.
And hubo, now there is one.
Just one.
Just one.
One life is too many.
Just one.
Just one.
Eu story saka, eu bophelo baka, buka mopholo sa.
Wow. Bafethu. I slept at I think after 2 this morning. And I was busy preparing for the show. Because we're gonna be talking rape to me as something that is sensitive. Because it is being done by us. I don't know, in my life, I've never met a guy who's been raped by a woman. But I've seen on social media, but I've never met. And I always meet women who were raped before. Some of them talk to me on my personal space and then not the podcast and what. And then you are here. What gives you the strength to talk about this thing along with the society? It's no longer a wow thing that
You know what, no?
The society always makes it where people by raped should always feel they are, I guess, be special in a very funny way. They should be treated differently. What's your take on that?
Number one, as my parents, especially my father, since he has always instilled in me that I'm not ordinary.
Yeah.
I'm an extraordinary person.
Yeah.
And he'll say, do you know what the difference is between ordinary and extraordinary? It's just that little extra.
School us. School us, woman.
For now, I feel like this thing caged me for nakwetele. Like the hane kita blom.
Yeah.
Kinekele vulnerable for the first time, you know, being alone. And that's when I started having flashbacks of what had happened in Hitai, and then I fell into a depression.
Yeah.
And then ka tsamaya therapy ya sebetsa ya ska sebetsa gore ke yang pele le morao wa
Everything
bona.
in a disadvantage and
Yeah,
advantage that day.
and then but then there'd always be that thing e ntseng hopotsang gore ne man,
I want to overcome this.
there's more to me than this.
Yeah.
I am not
This.
a victim.
Yeah.
Tlamehile ke hopole hore ha ye ke hodisitswe ho thwe ha ke motho fela.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So as motho e seng motho fela, I cannot ke hatellwe ke this thing. I have to overcome it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And for now re ke kgone ho overcome, it means I must break out
Yeah.
and tell my story.
Yeah.
And for the mere fact that I'm feeling like this, it means there are many more that they are feeling like
Yeah.
this. Many women and men are in their shells because ba fitile bohloko moo.
Cool.
Ha re kgone ho spread our wings out into the world.
Into the wall.
Ka ntho ene se fault ya rona.
Do
So
you
why should I put myself down? Ka ntho e ke sa iketsang, ka ntho e ke sa ipitsetsang, ene se fault ya ka.
Yeah. Take me back to the day. What happened?
You mean the days?
What?
Did
Did you get that? Did you get that? Take me
I
through
left
that.
today, but okay. Ne ke le monyane, and I was 3 years old, and then
3.
there's 3. Yeah,
3 years.
I was 3 years old, and ka next door. Obuti o ne dula ka next door. Ne ke rata go bapala le oso o ne dula ka mo. She was slightly older than me.
Yeah.
So I would go and play with her. And pizza re tlo bapala. But ine re hali siyo. I tell you, we iponela mosadi
jola
ho
batho ba babedi.
nna.
The lady
A
and
ke
the
tse ke ka re ne le malome le mochana.
Okay.
Wa bona?
Cool.
So ha mochana le siyo ke re ke tlo mo batla, a yena o bona mosadi ho nna mona. So ne iketsetsa ka nna.
Do you think you still remember the first day? What happened? When
I
you
don't.
did that to you?
Not entirely the first day, but I remember the days. I can't
One
tell
of
you
the
when
day.
was the first day.
Cool,
You know.
cool.
Kore di ngata di incident tseo, and surprisingly from 3 years to now ntse ke hopola. You know, that guy would fulfill his sexual fantasies ka nna for years. You know. Ho nona le wa tseba ntse re hola mose was plus bos cope di
Yeah.
magazines tsa bos cope.
Yeah, yeah. Remember. Tsane tsa ntho tsa 12 episode, tsa movie tsa di 12 episode. Yeah, mute the volume.
So there's these magazines. I forgot this Indian one, the Kama Sutra.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's the Kama Sutra or something. I don't know. I forgot ki
Yeah.
where they display the sexual positions and stuff. So that guy would lay me next to the bed. Which position does he want to try out today? And then do that.
In soccer we have practice matches. Melong hore. There's the game we're going to play with you. The game I'm a team, you're a team, we're going to play against each other. But it's not part of the fixture. We're just going to play just to practice to see which players are good. I think that was what he was doing with you.
So that's what happened.
One of the days, how did it happen? Because it happens every day.
I remember this day, neketswa ko hae, and I got into the gate. Ka kokota monyako. Ka botsa, "Nye o teng?" No, hi again. Okay. I get it already. Hana Sankins and the other times he would threaten my life over and over and my parents' lives. So Hana Rikiki Neseli. So you don't know what's going on. You know how to how to and especially if you're threatened with being killed or your parents being killed.
Cool.
There's this green dress. It was my favorite, and it's all sporty in LED flowers. I was wearing that dress that day, and then he took me to the bedroom. The bunk beds. I think they say it bunk beds.
Yeah.
It's like a pit. I'm back out. Went through the magazine.
Okay.
Yeah, and then did whatever he did. After that, we went into the lounge, and then he put me on his lap, and that's what happened. So that's one of the days.
And then, when did you talk about it? When did you confess?
I never
Yeah.
One of the days, mama nantlapisa, and then my underwear had
After how long?
stained. as I could say, I can't say after how long,
Cool,
because
cool.
I know it had been after multiple times, you know. So mama, I noticed the blood stains on my underwear, called my dad, hey boo.
This can't be happening.
I was rushed to the doctor. And then I flew to the doctor. The doctor confirmed the worst nightmare to my parents. Yeah, and then hobula the case and stuff like that. And because I was too young to testify in court,
Yeah.
Khatamele be trial, it's exam the social worker and stuff until I think the time sekele khona hore ke testify in court.
yeah.
Mara ne re sa be in the same room nane ke patwa le di social workers
Yeah.
and then I'd be given dolls. There's a male doll in the private parts and the female doll, and then they tell you, re bontsha una o tshwere kae, show us what he did to you. I went over the counseling. I think that's how I got not to forget, because I was reliving it throughout the counseling sessions and until in court. And unfortunately, after session near your court and all those years, the case was just thrown out of court.
Where is the guy at that moment when you're going through this whole process here?
I don't know, but I know every time we showed up go court, he was there.
He was go court.
Una le teng, a ke re tlamela tla to testify,
Yeah,
o tshwarisitswe,
yeah.
a be teng. So I know he was there, and I remember the day ho no thwe ke tle ke tlo mo supa, you know. O ka khona go bontsha
of
motho
all
eo,
men in
out
there.
of all men, be were different men. O ka khona tlo go supiwa motho o, and then I went out. I even remember what he was wearing that day. Ka ke ya ke mo supa, and then mara re tsebe ho etsahetse dintho ka mokgwa di etsatseng ka teng. He never got convicted. It was just thrown out of court.
Tamala, how is this taking him? Kore, what is he going through, if you still remember? At this time,
I don't remember. But we once had a conversation about it. Ke ba bolela ke re, you know what eats me the most about this thing is that
At what age now do you
now
have
it's
this
a khal.
conversation?
No, it's a khal. Because I wouldn't talk about it. Growing up, ne ke sa bue. I think I only started talking about it a few years back.
Okay.
Out loud, you
Yeah.
know. Ne ke sa bue ka yona because I was cooped up in this shell.
Yeah.
Ne ke swaba, you know. It was just a whole other thing. I don't even watch TV because how go shebeletse, the next thing there's a
Motho o
rape
duma
scene.
motho.
Bagit, you know. So TV a ke hola ne se ntho e ke ratang le no, unfortunately ke ithatela di series.
Yeah.
Because you know the TVs are not the one time. So until I think it was last year, if not the year before last, I had a conversation le bona ke re, as my parents yanja ha re bue ka yona. Number one, we never talk about it. We know Thandeka was raped, but we've never talked about it. Ke batla ho tseba le ikutlwa jwang, le fitile jwang ho yona.
You are a grown up now.
I'm a grown up
can
now,
ask
and
questions.
this thing is ya khutla ho nna. I'm wondering if nna ke le so lona le jwang. And my mom to this day still can't talk about it. She just breaks down in tears.
When to you as an individual, not what other people think, because is different. Does that make your parents bad people? To what regarding this issue?
No. No, it doesn't. Otseba, society plays a very important role in how we do things in life.
Yeah.
So le ke ntho e swabisang ho ya ka batho.
Yeah.
You understand? And funny enough, tlamelo ho swabe nna motho a yentswe ntho eo. Not the person who did it. You understand? So I don't blame them. No, I really don't. And I understand. And they knew the day was coming where I'd have these questions, because the social worker told them that, okay, but
There's a day.
as she keeps growing, she's going to have those flashbacks. She's going to have it's going to come back. So they never addressed it. Mara, they knew the day was coming, you know.
Now, when you talk to me, like you said, I'm not the first person to talk to about this issue. When you talk to me, is it majority speaking or how you feel?
It's healing speaking. Because the more I talk, the more I heal.
Wow.
And motivation, ya hore, someone will hear this and they will know that I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Someone will hear this and they will know that I can overcome this.
Yeah.
I can actually live a normal life, even though something like this happened to me.
Cool. And then the first time you spoke about this, the first time you went public about this. Not too many people. If we don't know, when was it? Oh, I don't know. Did you talk to somebody else? Or was it on social media? Who did you talk to?
It wasn't on
and
social
how
media.
did you
I
feel?
think the first time I blurted it out, something was happening. What's Antirohola, and then one of the boys in Zobapalwa, in high school or something, and then he decided to spank my ass. Did I not?
He brought everything
My
back.
dear him. Hey. I went all my dear on him. And honestly, only I'd like to think, hey, Wabon.
Yeah.
Hey, I was like, I'm not going to do that. Who the hell do you think you are, Wabon? So it ended up getting physical, and then that's how I understand that. That's how that's how actually it came out. Then how why would I want to show like it because
Friends. Cool.
yeah.
The
Actually, that
reaction-
was the second time. The
Okay.
first time I just remembered.
Yeah.
Nereliko Bible camp. I was in grade 7.
Yeah.
Yes. So Nerisoko campung. I remember that's the first time I accepted Christ in my life.
Yeah.
I'll never forget in Tate Muruti van der Meve. Wa the uniting.
Ntate Moruti van der Meve.
Yes. So the uniting Reformed Church. Uniting Reformed Church. I guess. Yes.
This year's, are you attending that? The yes is, I can tell about the confidence in that yes. Cool.
So he was preaching for us at the Bible camp and encouraging us to accept Christ. And hore, cast your burdens. And then I remember I was like,
Bah.
I stood in front of the whole grade.
How many people do you think were there?
Grade 7 A and B.
No, can have about 14 in one
In
class.
one class, so yeah, you understand.
Cool.
And I remember after sharing my story, people cried and cried and cried. People even started looking at me in a different way, and I was like, I was not.
You're a
sharing this
hero
with-
now.
Don't pity me, Mara, that was the first time I shared my story, and then
How did it feel? Like physical morale.
Physical moralo. And then never in oh. Never enter a whole ceremony after we cast our burdens, how to reading all the fats, fapano, and then who took the placa there. And then after that, they burned as a fapano. So it was such an emotional moment. That's why I lebal. So that man unketse ditse ntho e kgolo re sa kopana tjena fela ana le ka pele a rega mara ho nna e la ba ntho e kgolo.
And then there's this moment. Every time I speak to people about everything, whether we're joking or whatever, even this podcast, anything, I'm with you. Anywhere, dog, rebolong, anything, I'm joking for people, whatever. But when we're doing good things, there's a feeling within me that I'm going through. And then when I get home, I'm that person. I don't have a plan. Today I'm going to do this. But every day before I sleep, I go through the whole of my day, what happened. And then there's that moment I was with this dude. 1, 2, 3, 4. When after speaking about that, then there's morale off your shoulders. When you get home before you sleep, you're sleeping alone. What goes through your mind?
I slept with a smile on my face.
Wow.
I slept with a smile on my face. And for the longest time after that, ila block her out. Because nekile sharp until he sekile old enough to shebela bo TV bona ntho tso di bonang then di khutla jwalo mara ne ke sa buile my parents ka tlung ne ba bona fela ke ya ka moreng be ke ipalla I would just leave. And
Yeah, speaking of people, what are your hobbies?
hobbies.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm
what is your
hobbyless.
I don't know. Ever since I sit here, the husband has never said anything about Masadi Wahai. But your boyfriend,
He's my son. He's my son.
cool, now I understand.
He's my son.
Some issues we have to iron them out. So that we can understand, because I know women. She'll be like, "Wabana mudi uri young." She'll be like, "Oh, I see you, girl. I see you."
Ke bana ba ka bana, ke
Cool,
bana ba
cool,
ka.
cool.
And surprisingly, I see any akalo, but we know why ile bana ba ka. So
Spiritually,
yes.
Here you're talking to me about anything and everything you want to talk. At this point in time, there's something I haven't. Oh, there's something eksokang ko botsa yona
Okay.
that you want me to ask you. What is it? That one thing saying this dude is asking me so many questions. Some are useless questions, but there's this one question he's not getting to. What is that one question you'd like to share? Not with me alone, but with whoever will be watching this podcast in few years to come.
Yeah, hore, ke bone one of the people actually by ngotse when you said, what would you like to ask her?
Cool.
Wa bone, number one, hore ke khona jwang and how it has affected me in relationships.
And that's my ex.
Wa bo.
That's my ex.
Wa bone. So ex, this is for you.
Mara you went there, so that you patela.
Number one, I don't know how I get over it. I just take every day as it comes.
Yeah.
I take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
And ke tla nne ke khutlele ho monna ntate modimo a mblessitseng ka yena. He understands.
Cool.
Yeah, wa utlwisisa when I feel down or hey, today it's just one of those days. I'm having flashbacks, I'm having nightmares. He's there.
And talking about that guy, I don't know if
No.
cool. Because I know my viewers will be like, this dude is talking too much. It's not about you, dude. Yeah.
Hey, wabon. And then o mongwe botsitse gore in affect jwang in my relationships.
Yeah.
It does. And especially if also go through the healing process. Number one, you get flashbacks. You get nightmares. You relive the moment over and over again. Yeah. You walk in the street alone and you're thinking, who's behind me? You know?
Yeah.
You dula paranoid.
You don't grow from that.
You don't. Until you decide you want to break out from the shell.
Yeah.
You'll be busy, and then next thing you know, you're picturing that moment where the man and it gets it.
And you don't want to, but it happens.
You can't control it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You can't control it. It gets a halla.
I get you.
So, yeah, it does affect us in relationships. It's important to go now on a wa understand. That's why
When was it? When was it? The company?
6 years back. Yeah,
2015.
2015.
And the Joseph on a week.
Ever since that
No. You guys got married 2019. 2019. So 2020.
Yeah, last year.
So the Joseph for 4 years. At some point, did you think, is this guy planning to marry me or what?
He willed intentions are from the onset.
Yeah.
This man knew. No.
I'm not gonna say that here. But whatever is whatever.
Yeah,
cool.
He knew from the moment he laid eyes on me. I knew from the moment I laid eyes on him, or he's the one. Wow. So just that nanekili, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or when over and over again.
He's saying 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That is winning your heart. And then at this moment, I'd like to believe how so much I've went through 1, 2, 3. What was his reaction the first time you told him?
I told him the first day we met. Yep. I told him the first day.
What's it do to get a
I told him na Thandeka Sithathu ke 1, 2, 3 ke go through your na long affect. So if you feel like it's too heavy for you, it's fine. Walk away. Don't string me along.
And then there's a reaction in here, and there's facial reaction. How much ever?
He has big eyes, so you can imagine after me.
Was it this big? Was it this big? Yeah. So after you came into his life,
definitely.
So you are a good woman.
I'm a very good woman.
What?
I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman because I'm being taken care of by a good man.
Yeah.
It's so easy for me to submit and be good to him because he's so good to me.
All men in here should clap hands for this guy, dude. Why Lele jealous? Wow. We respect you for that. But whatever is about his wife is about him. Yeah. Nah? Whatever that's on your shoulders.
Definitely, because he's part of the journey.
Yeah.
He's part of the journey. And
How has he helped you get over all the challenges life have shown you?
he's a shoulder at all times. And there are days where
Yeah.
I'm not an easy person to live with, but through it. And then I'm then baby is also tight.
But we love them anyway because our lives are nothing without these women. Yeah.
Exactly.
And also arabile dipotso ne tse batho ba di botsitseng, but on Take Me Through Your Journey, we appreciate each and every individual who makes us grow. There's Kananelo Motlo on social media, on Facebook, on our page. Her name is Kananelo Motloi. Are how did rape change your perspective about men? Did it not affect her romantic relationships? Thank you for the question, my lady. And there's Bitumelo Tsilo. She says, how did she get through the trauma, the anger, the nightmares? Because I'm really struggling, no matter how hard I try, but still there. I still see his face. Yes, you answered these questions, but can you talk to Bitumelo? There is a camera. Talk to her.
With my experience, what I learned, Ausaka, is that you don't get over it. You live with it. You live through it. You must just take every day as it comes and remember that how I in a fault how. And you are bigger and better than that, and bigger and better than him, because yena unkile vulnerability how abai foster on wena. But wena, you must remember that as a person, as a woman, you are stronger than that. You are still here. You are still alive. You can change it around. Don't let that experience define you. Honali mongodu o mong a ratang hore don't die in your winter because summer's still coming. So you are still in your winter. It's fine. Allow yourself to be in the winter, but remember that summer is still coming. Before letsatsi le tshaba re a tseba ka bo 3-4 ho ba le fifi haholo, but that doesn't stop the sun from ho tshaba. So allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to be vulnerable, to feel the pain. Get someone o mo tshepang o ka buang le yena, or better yet, get in contact with me. Because there are a lot of ladies that back in Tekibwalbona even to this day, and we'll take it every day as it comes. Just don't let it define you. You are way better than it.
Wow. My God. Guys, my God. This podcast, somebody else would say it is about content. Yeah. Ne? Yeah. It's about content. We take rape situations about to and talk about it to get views and whatnot. No? You just mentioned something. Just comment with your name, your numbers here. Here's Bitumel.
I will inbox her.
Cool. Inbox her. There she is. Inbox her. She's online learning. I so wish Ngabene relay live because she's asking this question. She asked the question last night. Yeah. Last night, ne? She asked the question last night, and I think the question came at that moment, and the episode I think is going to play after a month or two, if I'm not mistaken. So it's better that she get this answer as early as possible because she's going through that.
Hey, when I just said text me SF,
talk to her. I can even call her now, and then you I can even go get me that phone, dog. Get me that phone. Get me that phone. Get me that phone. People, my viewers are like, this guy is dramatic. No, it's not about viewers. It's about, you said it earlier on, one life is too many.
Yes.
So this is what we are just trying to prove. We're not doing this because we're trying to get some views and whatnot. Hence I said, what we do at TV and radio, they limit what we say. Nah? And then this podcast, my inspiration is I got the inspiration from McG. It's unscripted. We say something as it is. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, well, MABOKOTHO, take a tap in. You know why I give us Jame? I'm on set. You asked the question last night. And then I feel like, I personally feel, and I don't have to be emotional and wild about this because I'm just a messenger to this woman. She's here and you are on loudspeaker. I want you to talk to her. She's here. Kona.
Okay.
Hi.
Simela.
Really guys, fuck.
I'm Natalie.
I'm not.
Hey, Emma.
What was your question, Bitume?
My question was how ofitile jwang like alipa like go a kgona go a itshose like monanong wa aine.
Yeah.
Ko enga eo. I want.
Yeah. Regarding the rape issue. And why are you asking that question? Why are you asking that question?
Because it happened to me.
Go, talk to her.
I didn't get over it. Unfortunately, this is something you don't get over. It's something that you have to learn to live with. It's something you go through, and it will be there with you for the rest of your life, unfortunately. Allow yourself in those moments of vulnerability to be vulnerable. Fumana motho ka buang le yena o mo tshepang ebile re kata go inbox a jwala. I offered to give you my numbers. I gave you my numbers actually on text. Re bue. It helps to talk about it over and over again. But what is important is to remember that how I get, therefore you have no reason to carry the anger and the shame around. You must find that strength deep within you to overcome it, because you are way better than you are way better than the person who inflicted that pain on you. So don't die in your winter. Summer is still coming. You must just find a way to live through it. Ufumane batho ba ka banteng around wena ba support, because ntho engwe re bolayang is that ra ikwalla ka hare. People don't know that when this thing happens, you get those flashbacks, you have those nightmares, you relive it over and over again. Mara, just be bold, step out from the victim zone. How victim? For the mere fact that you are still here, you survived it. You are still standing. And story sa hao se ka thusa someone else. It might not be today when you are ready to talk about it, but find motho a haufinyane o tlo mo expresses. And I believe our government hospitals, dinali the psychologist, because Lina, I have my own psychologist. Relapse from time to time, but I have my own psychologist because moralo o mong ka nnete o buima haholo gore o ka itjarela wona. So ke mantswe ya ka ho wena.
When the feeling of it around you and I don't know anything. I mean, like even my mother doesn't know that this thing happened to me.
I feel like how na mothatla o tsutsa. Mothatla o tsutsa ke motho ne ke na le ena that day because ne go tsamaya le batsedi. So I don't think I think I'm afraid of being judged. So unuya ka ibusi. Those kind of questions. So if you feel like it can fall like but it gets harder every day. And there are those days where it gets even harder than it is now. There are those days where you just don't want to wake up. And earlier on, you know, unfortunately, society is just rona batho ba fitileng mo. It's batho ba re entseng jwalo. That's why ke batlang re tlhotlhore the victim syndrome. Ha ba iketsa. Why should you walk in shame? Is wena a ikentseng to eo. You know, and And unfortunately, their parents
Yeah,
still don't
yeah.
know even today.
Yeah.
Hore ba fetile nthong eo. Mara hence I'm saying, mohlomong ka nna ka jeno wa tseba hore o teng motho a utlwisisang. O teng motho a fetileng mo fetileng teng. We can walk this journey together. There's a lot as women we can do for each other. So I'm willing hore re tshwarane ka matsoho nna le wena, re walk through this journey together. You don't have to die. Ka ntho sa iketsang yona.
How do you feel, my dear? Okay. Let's finish it up. Re tla mo founela hape. KHAUHELO tshwara bua le nna kapa wa rata. Talk to her. Let's re qetelle the show. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. It's about one life. It's about one life. Free State is one of the most underrated province.
Hey, it is, hey.
Yeah,
Hey,
on too many things,
gagara.
bad things and good things. I say earlier on, I said to the guys that you can go to Joburg, and then when you get there, the CEO or the owner, yeah, that company, you only find out a few months later that the owner is actually from Free State. When you guys talk, and then you are from Free State, you are like, why did we come that side to do? Do you get that? So we just wanna, we want our stories to be heard. We don't want help. We're not asking for help with this podcast. We just want our stories to be heard and to help. Like I say, I want this thing to, it's not about me. I want this thing to be on dikelello tsa batho for the rest of the entire internet in Zeliting. I feel internet in Zeliting, your story will always be there. And we the victims, whether we are trying to fight this thing as hard as possible. Only that one idiot who will always do stupid things. More especially when we fight these things. Even our government officials, we're fighting corruption. But it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Anyway, thanks for those beautiful words to be to me. And we go into some interesting stuff. There's a starter, there's main course, and then there's dessert. So with us, it's still the same. We started off sharp, and then we went to the stuff about baring, and then we went to my conversation with you. And then the second leg, it's social media questions or comments to you. And then the last part, of which I believe, I always say this, the last part of the podcast. I think most people watch this podcast because of this part.
Okay.
It's called the hot seat.
Yeah,
It's called the hot seat. We just want you to separate with us ka tsela sharp, forgetting or ntse re bua ka eng. But I know there's no way you can lebala. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna ask you a question. You answer us honest as possible, or I'm gonna give you two options. If you only had to choose between these two options, or it's never ever have I.
Oh,
So we want you to be ndoda. Hore ba ka o fumanela stulo and then udula opposite with your wife. Now, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you sure? Take a deep breath. Cool. I only have 5 questions. 5 questions. Now, this time I'm going to play Never Have I Ever. Cool.
Okay.
Should I go?
Go.
Okay. Never have I ever cheated on my partner.
I've never.
Are you sure?
Yes. The current one.
I didn't say that.
Hey, my partner.
So the fact that she's saying the current one means Baba Ngakila cheated. But have you cheated before? But Baba,
Yeah, I have.
How does it feel to cheat?
Nkare, it depends on the
Ochitela.
how
Give us-
heard her? Let me get our heard.
Hey, basadi le revenge, dude. Okay. Number 2. Never have I ever cheated on a test.
I've never.
Next.
I've never.
Primary.
I've never.
High school.
Jonga, you can call all my teachers and all but like LEKHELEBANA school, they'll tell you I've never cheated.
Varsity.
I've never. I believe you have sit down, you can't cheat. How long will the camera ditse?
Gona batho ba sokang ba ya varsity. We don't even know. Re tsebela di invigilator. Ke cheata ntse le teng rena di tsira. Ke se ngola mo a ke ne le gata lo tina sketetse ka. O ngola scandal sa mo na fela. I'm like, okay, cool.
You have said there's an invigilator, there's a camera right on top of your table.
So there's no way.
There's no way.
But you never cheated because you were smart. You are why?
No, I'm a hard worker. I've always been a hard worker.
Cool.
I sali keep a laptop and I sali grada buka.
You don't even know my name.
I'll slap the table.
Ukila we nahana yo. That's fine. Number 3. Never have I ever overdrafted my bank account.
Oh, Tiklawana. Next.
Did you hear the answer though? Never have I ever overdrafted my bank account.
Next question, please.
What do you why ono sheba habi?
I got to tima di tshwanelo tsa ka bosigo.
Okay, that's fine. Len lang ala wa ke fete e sa gabu. Okay, cool. I love that. Number 4. Never have I ever read my partner's text messages.
I have.
Why? WhatsApp, SMSs, what?
Hey, inbox. I'm everywhere.
I didn't mention inbox. Because I know.
I'm just saying.
Don't go to my inbox.
I'm just saying, ne? My eye is like a hawk. They must know.
When do you do
but
that?
honestly, I have Mara, not for the purpose of spying.
Yeah.
Me and my partner are very open with our phones. So Arena, even our pins are the same. I remember Nerichiti somewhere I got my new phone.
Yeah.
Both our fingerprints are registered on my phone. And people are like, no, you can't do that. Phone I'm sorry, phone how.
Why?
Hey, our relationships have different things. What works for you won't work for me. So when I are being out and open with each other, and that's just how we are.
And Wawana, it's on relationships. But I love to give advices to young people from relationships. What works for relationship young way won't work for. And I'd like to say to our parents, what worked for Sipo won't work for me.
Exactly.
Don't tell me about Sipo, lady man. You are putting us on unnecessary pressure here. Come on.
What do we say to our parents all the time?
Yeah.
And then we will go, then we'll take. That's it.
But you're saying, I don't know if you guys are into, I could say on social media, on your phones. What do you do with your phones? Too much. I spend a lot of my time on YouTube, and then I saw an interview, Trevor Noah with Will Smith. Will Smith said, "I don't tell my kids, or I don't choose for my kids. I just help my kids to make better decisions based on what they want. If they go through some kak, let them go through that.
Go through it.
I will be there to help them."
Yeah, but I heard you well born.
Is it the last question? It's the last one. Last one. It's never have I ever accepted a drink from a stranger. Hasbi? It's your chance.
Mehleng ya ka ke sa le ngwanana.
Mehleng ya ka.
Ke sa le ngwana.
Rona batho ba nyetseng se re bua bo mehleng ya ka mre.
Ke sa le ngwanane. Ke sa bula di-circle up to
Yeah.
guy. Yes.
Ba ne di tla di fotse line.
Bojanga.
O no di nka?
Hey, why not?
Why? It's a free drink.
It's a hey, there's nothing wrong with a free drink, guys. It's a drink.
Why are you guys? Why is it so easy for women to give us their numbers?
Because
But
we know we're not
it's
gonna
difficult for you.
Okay, babang, now I for one yes,
And
and
then?
then I'm gonna block you.
Why are you guys doing that?
Sometimes you guys can take rejection. So might as well string you along, and then at the end of the night, I just block you. That's it.
Did you hear that?
And it goes back to tabayadi gender-based violence. In a way, topic for another day. Or other women, you don't entertain because I'm afraid what will happen, you know? Topic for another day.
Wow. This is too deep. This is too deep. Somebody else would say you led him into doing whatever. But I think you have your own explanation by saying that.
Hey, and you know, it's funny how the perpetrators who do la ho batlwa mabaka aure why a entse jwalo.
Even after finding out that-
lebaka la hore why ke dumeletse ntho e etsahale. Unfortunately, no, we must dig deeper into gender-based violence. What pushes these men to do this? People are talking on social media about and it's good what is pushing these men to do this and stuff. Mara, at the end of the day, where are we as the victims?
And I really don't like Tabaya. Guys would always shapa basadi, kill basadi and whatnot. Because when your partner cheat as a man, a partner you cheat hangata. The first question you ask is, "Oh, jile TSHEPANG." Immediately you say, "How you are, baby? Wow, dampa." Ne? And then when tables turn,
Yeah.
why do you fight? Why? Because you cheated and then
It comes down to how society perceives women. We are seen as weak. We are seen as objects. Unfortunately, society is object basadi. Kore ibabana as the object. Let's just for object. Everybody as the object. So men feel entitled. That's why hangata many other people owner. You know? So it goes back to how society sees women. If we can rectify that, if all men and women can discover and understand what a woman is, how precious she is, what power she holds, I believe rekaya somewhere.
You know, with what you are saying, what do women 1, 2, 3 about women? Last night, I was watching an interview with Fat Joe with McG. Fat Joe said something that will always be on my mind. And in my heart. That's why it's off by. I just watched it just once. He said, I once attacked a colleague, a female colleague. And then the reason I attacked her via social media, he said, the reason I chose him, all these guys that are with me, they are nothing. I'm choosing you because you are a beast. I regard you as a beast. You guys want to be treated the same with men. And then I attack Kile because I felt she wants to be treated the same. Let me do that. I chose you because if I choose these other ones, I'm wasting my time. I was like, I know it's a wrong thing to do, but with his reason, I feel like we can learn 1 or 2 things from what he said.
What we can learn is that what he lacked in him, we born in her. So instead of accepting what I lack, I decide to victimize.
You get that? You get that? So I love the fact when you're saying women hold this power. When the only power in only one like matla, the strength in ya sharpa ya jaga, right? Other than that, because we don't even talk. Ka kgola ba bang ba rona mo, a rena bana. They don't talk about, dude, I've been coughing there for 4 years.
Exactly.
Without condom. We feel like, but dude, we feel like they're going to judge us. You women, you talk about, Mati, but there's nothing happening. Wrong, my friend. We want something, we realize at first, to say, doctor, he said there's something wrong. Then I can go and talk to the guys. But we didn't talk about that. I don't know why.
What's about Inkeka, the status Tapam posted a few days back. Aramajita, it's okay to tell each other that we love each other.
Yeah.
It's okay to hug one another and stuff. Responsible.
Do you see now what's happening
You
now?
understand?
Yeah, you
Because
see.
unfortunately, generation Yarona has to do things differently. We need to do better by our kids.
Yeah.
Because ke bona bontate le bomme ba hosane.
Yeah.
Bontate ba rona ba hotse ho hodisa mona moshimane le mutisa.
Traditionally.
Traditional mutisa. Mosotla, never saying I love you, never showing vulnerability. That's how they grew up, you know. Mara, we must allow ourselves to evolve. That is not working. Instead, it's creating a generation inside. As a retirement like 1, 2, 3, kapom jitent like 1, 2, 3. That's why a lot of people in we fight a lot.
Yeah.
But then he can always come back and say,
Yeah.
my father can say, I love you. Maybe it's easy because I'm a girl. He says it to my brother as well. You know?
And that's
so,
ba bangata,
ha se ba bangata, wa bona. Ke ntho tse nyane tse generation ya rona tlemene e qala e di lokise.
And for as far as I can remember, let me take your spot. For as far as I can remember, the only person who, the only man I killing and dress or one rata, it's Fanamini. The rest have never. The only the powerful thing they can say it's, you are doing a good job. We respect you. Have you ever said to me one rat? You said you appreciate me. Can I go on my phone? All right, I'm about to close the show. I wanna ask of Tshepang has a question. Yes.
My question is, we had a man who went through rape. After that, who be a freak on bed? Are you also a freak on bed? Or
The question is,
or Bobby Baba ngata ke di freaky on bed because of rape. Kapo ke batla hore Bobby ba fitileng raping e ba di freaky na.
the question is, my people, they didn't hear the question, I think.
Oh, okay.
The question is, we had another lady before her who is a rape survivor as well. And she said after going through rape, she became sex freak. Yeah. So are you also a sex freak? Did you also become a sex freak after that? After rape? Does it automatically happen? Yeah.
I wouldn't say a freak because a freak, you guys like freaks. She's a freak in bed, you know.
Yeah.
If I'd be a freak, I believe every woman is a freak in bed. Half woman need the right man, around the right way, you know. You can turn your own woman into a freak.
Yeah.
So the right term to describe it would be a sex addict.
Yeah.
So, yes, and unfortunately, di studies tsa ka hanyane hantse ke batlisisa ntse ke fola hore basadi ba ngata ba fetang through rape e ba di sex addicts. There's a movie Tyler Perry like yetsa. Is it Tyler Perry? Hana ibitswang? Addicted. Is it Addicted? The name of the movie. And then the lady cheated on her husband. And Achida Fresa.
Is it not a criminal?
I think it's addicted. Eh,
Cool.
wa bona? And then after a while, yeah, but you hona discoverang hore she had blocked out rape mara because ona sa dila le yona ke yona ne metsa a etsa all these things. So it does happen hore how like about trauma ya rape or by a sex addict. And why I emphasize that the fact addict is because you get that fix but you never get satisfied.
Yeah.
So I have gone through that.
Cool.
Wabon. I have gone through that and it hala over and over again if you don't start the journey how you are fall unfortunately.
Cool.
So once you start dinto di tla loka.
Last question.
Cool.
Have you been rejected because of you have been raped? Kapo, ukiwa bulela mamati because you have been raped.
Bye.
Anything like ukila wa kokota.
Yes,
Anywhere,
yes.
And then obo rejectuwa kapo bulela le mati because you have been raped. Like sharing your story saying sharing your story or I've been raped. Mutumunga said, oh no, I'm gonna open a door for you, any door. Just access kapo. At close in the material or scatula be.
Has your rape issue become an advantage for some things in your life or a disadvantage?
I'd like to say an advantage. There was, I think it was that other year, where nere advertiser no na le event ne re etsa with a friend of mine, and then ke ntse ke share my story hanyana through social media, and then ka ke mengwa go this church, I can say the church's name, right?
Cool.
Go NG Kerk, Bloemfontein said, Kabang invite asking me to come forth and share my story. So that on its own, because from that I shared my experience, and there were more people that came forth from
the church.
to come hunan ban text kapo kupe number tsa ka motho ha se re bua aus Thandeka ha ile hantle ke fitile through this thing ha ke be sharp, because I remember there was time when bile ke entse support group mo WhatsApp re bua re etsang re kopa, you understand. So nkare ila mpulela mamati in terms of that wa bona hore ke le ka khona ho reach more people. That to me is a success.
Cool.
As for honkwalla, I wouldn't say ke honkwalla, but I once dated a guy ila ga ha ka to find out ke mo qoqela he ke ntse ke ya therapy hore I'm going to therapy because of this. He was using it against me. We would fight and say, "Ke ntwena ya hao ya go o la ka rapewa."
Yeah.
Would go out partying. He'd be telling my business to his friends. Cause nerelwana wang understand if uka bali cause una bowlele, so hana ka bone ka re some guys eyeing and stuff utlo create the scene more, and then I'd just say his friends or anyone who's willing to listen hore I've been raped and I dying. I don't know in actor I feel jwang kamara onang embarrassa ka yona wang understand onang etsa ke feel bad ka yona,
And he never said to you, this is how this issue makes me feel.
No.
But oblella majita.
No, na bolela majita anyo hence ke re feel go nang embarrassa because ne ke mo sharela as motho wa ka ke so be ready ho ba in the public space, you know, but he would embarrass me like that in front of his friends.
So
He would use it against me during our fights.
Cool.
You know, so that ilang kwalla for na ilampea in a state to a point where our relationship was physical. Yeah, so it was rough.
Wow.
Mara ke nne enwa
Any
he
question?
today.
No question. Any question? ANC? Any question? Any question? What are you busy with in 2021?
The girl is busy.
Are you pregnant again?
Huh?
Are you pregnant again?
Not anytime soon.
I know that is the best news ever for the husband.
I love my daughter Mara. Hey, she's enough for now.
Sure.
For now. What we can expect from Thandeka this year? I'm going out to the people, Kikisa Batung, sharing more about my story, reaching out to young boys and girls, trying re bua le bona re ba phamise, like you said wa bona hore motho mong maybe ha mpona a utlwa hore ke tswa kae ho etsa etseng ka nna ke fitile kae a ka ba motivated to be a better person in life, and ke feel hore where we should be starting hore re lokise the future generation ki dikolong baneng,
yeah.
you understand?
I love
So as
schools.
much as I'll be going ke ntse ke bua le batho ba baholo like le mfile this platform wa bona, I'll be going mo dikolong ke bua le bana, having our girl chats, wa bona re bula those support groups. So that's what the girl's going to be doing in 2021.
Hasbi, any question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No questions for me.
No question. What am I going to Kapolo robala fast.
Got all the answers.
Cool, nice. I love that. Did you hear that? Yes. Cool. Nanny? Any question? That's our nanny for that. Right? Cool. The reason we invited you here today, it's not because we were giving you a platform to share your story. No. It is because we were celebrating the giant in you.
Oh.
We appreciate you. We love you.
Thank you.
And for the fact that you took on a Friday evening, took an hour and 20 minutes of your family time and dedicated to us, the people you don't know, it means a lot. And we would like to say to you, please continue with the journey you have started. One life is too many, like you always say.
Yes.
Please keep on being the best that you are. We don't appreciate what you do. We appreciate you. For God has given has given us you. We appreciate that. That's why we invited you here. That's why we said Free State has got so much to share, and we feel it's underrated. So we're not doing this because we want to be loved by people and what we want people to know. Free State has got giants,
And it
and
has.
giants are not men alone.
They are not alone.
Because I've seen my post when I talk about women, when I introduce women, and I say I'm gonna be talking to this giant tomorrow, and then at the bottom of the post I'll be saying Thandeka. Reaction is like,
Hey.
thought he's a man.
Exactly.
And then I'm asking, who do you think we have, Hosan? We have a giant in the Free State. The comments are like, Patukara, Zola, DJ Spoo, Shwandioro. Like, these people, where are women here? Wabon? So we're trying to change that perspective here. We are women. We are human. Let's not judge people based on our gender and race and whatnot. Yeah. So we appreciate you. We love you. We hope. We hope from today to the future, we will have a part 2 of your journey.
Yes.
Where we're gonna be talking about, since the last day we spoke, what have you done? Not what have you achieved. We don't care about achievements here. What have you done? And for the fact that you are a God-fearing woman, that says a lot. And a funny thing is it funny or what? Sorry for that, but take it however you take it. The last woman we spoke to, Arebua Alemohor. And then now we're talking to this one, Arebua Alemonyan. So you're accommodating both Patubabahol, Batubabanyan. I love that. And we didn't know it's a twinkie, this thing. Ka Asia different. So we appreciate you, and thanks for that.
Thank you very much, Ke a leboha, for the opportunity elimpileng yona, and I hope vele there will be a part 2.
It has to.
Oh, woo!
This is
Shout out to my
not
babies.
ready, your dog. Cool. Shout out to them.
Shout out to my babies. Thank you, Tshepang. Thank you, Arata. I love you guys. And ke a tseba vele ke bona the forces are behind.
They are neighbors. Come
ba dula
on.
ba dula ka moraka molamo ka ke a molebua o dutse la ga o utlwa ka nnete hore something like this will be happening as a sister I'm there to support.
I'm here.
So ke a le leboha Awesome thank you guys very much. And obviously our my baby our hle
Our nanny. Husby.
Definitely save the best for last. Hey. So thank you to my loving husband. Every time Kenka these ventures to go and talk about my life, to share my story, I how namhlala ka enka as in batho ba tlo mo bona ile monna nyetseng mosadi a re bueng I shebise ka yena be shameful. Instead he's always there supporting me through thick and thin. He puts up with my nonsense, he puts up with the worst from me, but every day on that reminding me how beautiful and how strong and how much he loves me. So stand sam honey enkosi kakhulu.
Ndikutanda. Yani. You know what's funny about podcast and what's funny about shows? What's funny about emceeing? What's funny about the last speaker or Thanksgiving? They'll be talking all these events that I go to, from weddings and what. And then there are two people basa lebuing, basa recognize we, our photographers and cameramen. Those people are the victims. And then the last one, Milomu ya batho, the MC, kore the train, mothatsa maisa mosebetsi bafetu. I recognize you, but it's fine. We love you anyway.
Thank you, Hlena, for making the seating so comfortable and the conversation. You just kept it flowing like Yalaboha. And the cameraman, thank you for making me look good. I trust I look very good there.
This was Take Me Through Your Journey with the one and only MABOKOTHO, the dark guy from Bloemfontein in the Free State Province. Go Freedom Square. Until we meet again on the next episode, me and my guest, Thandeka, we out of here. Ciao. Salute. And then when I complete a koloi wa yetsa wa qeta, and then kiye ya vaya o lo tshela petrol for the first time, ha o kopana le batho mo tsileng ba ne ba reng dog
I get hate there but bana ba sheba.
wow
Ela ka gopola ne le Saturday ra BP e tsa go starta ra BP lo tshela petrol a ka go tletse mo
ko BP sure
ka go client
ba tlo sheba transit
ba tlo sheba trans
ha o hitla ko tlung
ba founetse batho ba go tlung mama le papa ba ne be le tropo ba founetse le hore re tshwere mo jack ke mo ponisa le masho ba re tshwere ano maponisa ba nna ka body mask re sa tsenya body mask ba bana ba tshameka ba ba re ke tsene mo tseleng ke kganna a ke kganna ba re mara ba re ke busetse go tlu ka ke sa e go tlu a ke jikela teng ka Auckland ke tsenele ya sjaki
wow mone